Right, give us an intro or something. Say, guys, it's Monday or something.
Who?
That's better than what we're Right, we're just in sprint planning. We're going to be hard at work. So we've got Hexseed. Lee's doing Hexseed for the DLC that we've got coming out in 2 weeks' time. There's a lot to do on that. And then the rest of us are going to be working on Skystead Ranch. Because we've got the Farming Fest build. I've got a lot of bug fixing to do.
Yes.
And then you've got stuff, haven't you?
Yeah, I think Laura's going to be doing a lot of the main landscape today, the island itself, and I'm going to be prioritising fixing up some of the older scouts that are made, so adding a few more animations, fixing up the texturing, and working on the new keepers for the boats this week as well. It should be some good fun.
Okay, so I just wanted to give you an update. A lot of the stuff I've been working on today hasn't really been to do with any of the stuff that I'm going to show you. It's mainly been re-importing and refactoring the grass. But over the weekend I did a little bit of work on the main menu, and now we've got this little thing. It's one of Lee's suggestions when we were doing Show and Tell Pizza Pub Friday, was that we just kind of like the idea of having something in the middle of the screen that you can interact with. So you can make it spin. The guys are joking, I've done it a bit over the top. You can just make them spin for like ever. It's a floating island though, it makes sense, right? And yeah, we've got a few little boats going on in the background. I think that needs a little bit of work. I see this little thing here. Maybe just make some of them a bit closer, and when they bob up and down, actually make it point in the right direction. But yeah, it's looking good. The UI is looking alright. There's still a little bit of work to do with what's selected, but we're getting there. These little guys light up. It's looking quite good. And then actually for the game, yes, I've just been working on this grass a little bit. So as you can see, we've actually managed to get the new rendering system working with the different objects that we had on the floor. So there's 3 different types of grass blades. We've got this like stone bit for the dirt. I'm not going to mention the obvious issue that we've got here. We've got tall grass, that's working fine, and then we've got some meadows. We've upped the size of the meadows flowers, and they're looking quite nice, so we might keep it like that. But yeah, just progress on this, and we're getting a decent FPS. So if you look in the top left, it's like 45-ish. It's not great, but we can get that down a bit more. So yeah.
Okay, so it's been a pretty busy couple of days. This morning I'm essentially going over the same thing as yesterday, which is I'm going through all of the older skylets and adding a few more animations and also adding a shiny texture to them. So I've currently done a few, as you can see at the top here. I've done the puffle, I've done the bows, the shelly, and I'm currently working on the spook right now, which has come along really well. As you can see, I've brought in that purple sort of shiny design that was included in that drawing that I did for the Skystead Ranch DLC of Glowing Pixels, where I made the spook a little bit more purple for the shiny variant, and I think I'm going to carry that forward for the design, as I think it works quite well. And I've also got obviously the emissive texture working here in Substance Painter, which I doubt will look like this in game, but it definitely it helps me visualize it in Substance Painter. So overall, I think the spook is pretty much done. I'm probably going to jump over to another one now, which I'm thinking of maybe doing the grumble. I've got a few good ideas for the shiny texture and the animation, so I think we're going to jump to the grumble next.
Yeah, so I've been working hard on the grass stuff, so you can now actually remove the grass again. It's really laggy. It's just all to do with the data types that I've been using. So I've basically got 2 scripts going on. One that manages the sort of like the culling aspect of it. So if we go into the scene view quickly, you can see that like all the grass over here isn't loaded at all, and that's just because the camera is currently over here. So I managed to merge that script together, but just the way the data types are working at the moment, I've basically just got like 2 big data blocks referencing where all these grass elements are. And then when I modify them, there's a lot of things that need to update. So I need to go ahead and fix that. But it is a bit of an issue at the moment. But functionally it is working again, which is really good. It's just so laggy. Oh, it's just updating so many things. I could try and spread it out across a few frames. Might be a bit of a lazy way to do it, and then fix it after the build, but we'll see what time is like. And then I've also imported Laura's forest zone. She sent me over some stuff for the other zone, like the zone up top here, so we'll have a look at that in a little bit. But yeah, it's looking really nice. Little things like a little bit of swaying branches and stuff like that. works really well. I do need to sort of make the flooring work a bit better though, because right now it's it doesn't quite match up. That should be alright, fairly simple task. Yeah, we're getting there. The FPS is like up to 60 now as well, which is really good.
Okay, so the grumble is coming along really well. I've managed to finish off all the extra animations for him, and they look really good. And I'm quite happy with these ones. This is the eating animation, definitely utilising that jaw rig there to try and emphasise the weight of his jaw. And overall, I'm pretty happy with that one. Kind of reminds me of the happy animation where he shakes and his jaw moves around quite a lot. Where's the next one? Got this one as well, which is the wake up animation, which I quite like. I kind of made it look like he's sitting in his shell, not all the way, but definitely in there quite a bit, so he definitely sinks in a lot more. And again, he picks his jaw up, has a little shake up as he wakes up. And the last one did the wind animation, which I'm really happy with. I kind of copied a little bit off the trailer that Lee made. So in the trailer, Lee essentially sped up the walk animation for the grumble, and he kind of shuffled about, and I really liked that. So I kind of did the similar thing here for the wind animation. It definitely works for the grumble. But as for now, I'm currently working on the shiny variant and just touching up the texture as it needs dilating quite a bit as well. As you can see, the shiny version is coming along really well. I did mock up this design for the main menu for Skystead, which has the shiny version on it, so definitely going off this version here, and so far it's quite close, so hopefully I can get pretty much that design over. So yeah, that's going to be the plan for the rest of the day.
Here's an update of mostly level making for Hexseed. As you see, I'm at the smaller levels now, so I'm making good progress. I've head over to Trello, and you see that I've made a little bit of a dent in the actual amount of levels to do, but still a number to do over here, but they're all small, so it shouldn't take as long to do as the larger levels. But for the time being, I'm going to take a small break and get the vlog uploaded. Just a little break from the level making, and then we'll carry on once this is all done.
Okay, yeah, so very exciting update, very important feature that a lot of people will be excited for. It's just gonna take a second to load, and then it's gonna take several seconds to load. We're good. Yeah, look at that, we've got a loading screen. It just shows you how slow it is to actually load the game up, but in the background you can quickly just like swap to the scene view. It's essentially gradually just populating the flooring very, very slowly over time, and that's what the loading bar is. It's just sort of covering that up and making sure that everything's initialized when you actually do launch the game, well, when you actually load into it. So it's going through gradually. Yeah, you can see it takes quite a while, but it is something we kind of needed, just to hide all of that stuff going on in the background. The game doesn't look up, which is a very important thing, because before it was just doing this all in one go, and then the game would probably crash. But yeah, in other news, we've been Lee has done a quick he sort of like quickly played the game to just to spot any quick bugs and stuff that needed fixing, and I've been taking notes, and I've just been gradually going through them and fixing them. One of the main issues that we've got at the moment is the controls for the game, which I'm going to work on. So we've got middle mouse, like to move around, we want that to be right click, but that also means that we need to change the build modes and things like that. So yeah, that's what we're working on. But yeah, loading screen, woo, exciting.
Okay, so I've encountered a bit of a problem today. Admittedly, it has been a bit of a slower day for me. I originally wanted to get quite a few fixes for the Scarlets done, but Spike has definitely slowed me down. So essentially, I'm going through all the Scarlets, making some quick fixes to them to make them a bit more optimized for the game, as well as adding in some new animations. And it was all going well. Spike was pretty much finished until I encountered a strange problem. So if you look in Unity here, there is a weird gap in the jaw, as you can see here, and originally I did think it was some form of inverted normals, but look, you know, inspecting the mesh, there doesn't seem to be anything wrong at all. And as you can also see in the mesh, the jaw in Blender is completely fine, and this is the same animation running as it is in Unity. So some process exporting from Blender to Unity is causing this weird gap. But I did notice that it's not really a gap. The jaw has seemed to have moved entirely down. As you can see on this texture here, the texture has stopped here, because obviously when I'm texture painting in Blender, it's kind of capped off where the jawline is supposed to be. But in here, it's completely fine. So this definitely displays that the jaw has moved down. And it's really stumped me pretty much all afternoon. I can't seem to find a fix for it at all. So I'm definitely going to have to take a break now, because it's definitely slowed me down quite a bit and move on to something else. But hopefully tomorrow at some point this week I can crack it. So it was quite a fun afternoon for me today. I got to do something a little bit different, and that was to have a call with one of our Kickstarter backers, Hyperd, to design his second Skylet, and overall it went really well. So before the call started, I did do some quick designs. He essentially wanted a sort of Tygon design, which I'm sure you'll throw on the screen there. It's a sort of hybrid between a lion and a tiger. So I thought I'd do some quick sketches for the call starter, just so I'd have a bit of a rough idea going into it, and he really liked these designs, and we were able to carry it forward into a digital design here, and this is what we came up with. Hyperd made it very easy on me. He gave me a lot of very descriptive ideas, and he was very much involved with the drawing process. He kind of kept making little slight changes, little tweaks, so it better suited his design, and overall it came out really well. And even the colour palette that he chose looks really nice, and I think it'll stand out a lot in game. So overall, really happy with this. I don't think I'll be able to do any modelling on it anytime soon, but it's nice to have the design locked in and ready to go.
Yeah, so I've just been working on some player control stuff. So you can see we've got some UI in the bottom right now. And if I actually like switch to the controller, you can see that UI updates. That's something I've been working on. And yeah, the way that this essentially works is you start off without a crook. Well, it's like crook modes really. So you've got terraform, build, and then destroy. And then you enable one of them like that. And then we've just been working on this sort of like controller feel for how this is working. We've changed it for controller and PC, so if I switch back, there we go. It is feeling a lot nicer, a lot smoother, and you can right click to control instead of pressing the middle mouse button, which I know some people found confusing. So yeah, we're just working on that. We want to make a couple more changes. So you know how we've got this wheel for the building items, we're going to have something similar for the terraforming mode, so you can swap between just sort of like patting the earth, or the FPS, oh dear, and swapping between like planting grass and things like that, with a sort of wheel selection thing as well, and then that will free up Q&E for being able to change the size of this like radius of you doing stuff. And yeah, that's just to give people a bit more control and a bit more consistent across the board. So I've still got that to do, but it is feeling a lot nicer, and we've managed to get more of the assets that Laura's been working on in the game. So I'll quickly show off that just in the scene view. Yeah, so I've managed to get this area in. Laura's made some extra rocks for that area, and then we've got this area up here with the floating islands and sort of like ruins up here. This bit is still a work in progress, but so we're just going to keep this type of floor that we've got here, the very obvious that it's a work in progress floor. And I've also been working on making sure that this floor section is actually like fitting to the assets well now as well, so there's no gaps of it hanging over the edge and stuff like that. A lot of work, but we're getting there.
It's been a really busy week in making the Hexseed levels for myself, making some pretty good progress. I've head over to Trello here, we'll see the levels that I've done. They're now outnumbered the ones I've got left, so I'm very nearly done in terms of that. But I did take a break from Hexseed today in order to get the new announcement post updated on Steam. We're conscious of the fact that with the Farming Fest coming up towards the end of the month, that there's going to be new people potentially coming to the store page. I want to make sure that the store page itself is obviously active. So this long overdue update, going over all the new stuff in the game, took some good screenshots there, and showing off that one on the Steam Deck there as well. And just keeping people up to date with all the changes that we're working on, so people who don't watch the vlogs can still see what's been happening with the game, and yeah, keep up to date with the development news.
Hello. We need a lot of crops for the Farming Fest. That's why today I've been helping Jack with his corn. I just retextured it. It looks like normal, nice corn before, but now it went to a festival, and it's very glittery and cute. It's supposed to be candy. It kind of is candy. Still looks like candy, I guess. The top at least, but the bottom is very disco. And here are the other stages I made. That'll be the item. This one will glow a little bit. Well, the spots will, and this bit will a little bit. Also, I did a couple of drawings for the wool loop. This is one of them. It's a little game gun, as the theme is gaming. I think the lines will be very satisfying to loop around. I'm not sure how Lee will do it, but yeah. It should be fun. I think it looks fun. So yeah, go check that out.
Yeah, okay, so make sure to check out the Hexy DLC that's coming out as this video comes live. Make sure to check out Skystead Ranch as well, because the demo they've been working so hard on, that should be coming out today, maybe, hopefully, I don't know.
Yeah, the demo will be exclusively on Steam, so make sure you head over to the Steam store page to check it out.
I think.
Well, enough. Thank you very much for everyone who's watched this video. Thank you to everyone who joins our streams. We're doing a bit more frequently now as well with the Farming Fest coming up. And yeah, thanks as always to our patrons and our Discord members as well. It's not stupid Jack.
Yeah.